If I were to eventually try and make trading a full-time vocation in a few years, what would be a reasonable amount of capital to aim for before transitioning? Let's assume I need to make, let's say, $70,000 a year.
I mean, I hate throwing out numbers to this because it all depends on how much risk that you want to take on the position. It all depends on market conditions. I mean, there's so many things that it depends on. I'll just look at it as saying, if let's just use a round number of $100,000, how much can you make or look to make under reasonable conditions with the way that we trade? And I mean, you're looking at $5,000 to $10,000 a month. I mean, is that a reasonable $2,000 to $8,000, somewhere in that range?
So they're asking how much money would he need?
I know. Well, I'm trying to do like what 100,000 would make, and then you can extrapolate out.
Well, I think the way to do it is just to back into it. Listen, you're assuming you want to earn $70,000, which is the middle of your number. You're going to need between. If you want to transition to being a full-time trader, I would say between $200,000 and $300,000 in capital. Gives you a lot of options. It gives you the option of portfolio margin. It gives you the option of not portfolio margin, obviously, but just being able to trade big enough. If you're targeting for a 25 to 35% return on capital, which is in the range that you should be targeting for, given the amount of work that's required and everything else, that's your $70,000 right there.
Yeah, like I said, it all depends on how much risk you.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's how you get to the number. And so in that neighborhood.
And with portfolio margin, you can do it, by using, you'll have more capital, but you'll be using less of it.
But I think between $200,000 and $300,000 would be in that range to, for your, that's a reasonable target. Let's go next slide.